everyone will be alright if I'm not live by satellite. It's a beautiful day.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Film Box Podcast, a movie podcast made for movie fans by movie fans, presented by Press Play. From tier lists and top fives to movie reviews and really bad hot takes, we've got anything and everything a movie fan could ever want. I'm your host, Aaron Souza, and I'm joined by my good friends, Connor and Sam. We're here to give you a good time. Guys, how you doing?
Doing fantastic.
I'm doing fucking
Oh my God, the energy!
Dude, we are... you didn't say it. We're the coziest podcast on the airs right now. We are all wrapped up, snug as a bug in a rug in our blankets.
Yep.
On this great Veterans Day. Thank you for all the veterans out there.
Yes,
Thank
great
you.
shout out. Great shout out.
Way to go, Sam.
We got a great episode for you guys today. So we're going to be doing another movie grid per usual. We're going to talk about what we've been watching. That doesn't change. That kind of stays the same every episode. But we got... there's some news that happened. I mean, you probably know about it. We're going to talk about it. But also, we're going to do a good old recasting, a fan casting, if you will, for the Batman franchise. Including, your main characters. Including your main characters and all the villains that you could think of. We literally were writing down before we started this. We were like, all right, which ones do we want to do? And we just kept adding to this list. It was like, holy crap.
Yeah, it turns out a comic that's been running for decades has a lot of characters. Who would have thought?
Shocking. But before we do that, we got to talk about our 30 pods of movies. Yes, that's right. I've got the name down. I've got it this time. It's day 10, I think.
Yep.
And we're doing it's the movie that scared you the most. So who wants to kick us off with that?
I can do it.
All right.
So, as a big horror fan,
Horror fan?
Horror fan.
Whoa.
Don't put words into my mouth. My girlfriend listens to this. She should know that.
Yeah, well, all right. Fair enough.
No, as a horror fan,
There you go.
I've come across a lot of good horror movies that have frightened me to my core. The first one, I got two. The first one is Sinister. It's the one with Ethan Hawke as he's an author and he finds the tapes of the murders that happened in his house.
Yep.
The lawnmower scene is etched into my brain forever. One of the best jump scares ever. And one I watched this year, it's on Shudder. It's a little Spanish movie called Terrified. I shit you not, I slept with the lights on.
Were you terrified?
Quite. I made the mistake of watching it at 10 at night too, so I slept with my lights on.
Nice. Well, I've got one pick for the movies that scared me the most. And it's not a normal pick, but I remember watching it like when I was younger, and it scared me when it came out because I was a little bitch boy when it came to horror movies.
Baby genius.
Yeah, sure. It was The Woman in Black with Daniel Radcliffe.
That's a good one.
Just your run-of-the-mill, like, supernatural horror set in, like, what, like, the 1800s or something like that? Like, it was, like, Victorian era or no, I don't know what era. But
yeah, it was Victorian.
I watched it. It scared the shit out of me. And I was like, nope, not about this feeling ever again. So I've watched only one supernatural horror movie since that movie.
Really?
Yep, and that was The Conjuring.
Another good pick. I mean, I love The Conjuring.
Well, as not a horror fan like Connor, I have not seen many scary horror movies, but the one that's obviously the obvious pick is, The Exorcist, so the original, obviously.
Good pick.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a good pick. I mean, can't really go wrong.
Speaking of horror movies, this is just a quick news thing. Did you see that Terrifier 3? The Hollywood like
I
nixed it because
Yeah, I saw the teaser. If you don't know, Terrifier is famous for being absolutely brutal. And
Yep.
the teaser dropped, and it's heavily implied that Art the Clown kills a child and wears its face.
Oh God. What?
And it's funny too because I saw someone on Twitter go, they had like this super long post like, oh my, if you are even thinking about watching this movie, just block me now. And I think it was Damian Leone. He's the guy who's like the director. He was like, go see it in theaters next year. I also did block that person because I am going to go see it.
Nice. Hey, look, I mean, art is a medium, and oftentimes, especially with like those kind of movies, like, yeah, what you see on screen is very shocking, but also it is an art, and inherently art pushes barriers.
Art does. Art the Clown does push barriers.
Nice.
Listen, he literally poured salt in a girl's wounds last time and cut a dude's dick off. Like, what do we expect? You got to keep pushing boundaries.
Well, yeah, if you don't push boundaries, you get safe. All right, let's move on now. We got to do movie grid.
Yes, we.
Or wait, do we want to talk about what we've been watching first?
Sure. We could do
All right, let's do that first.
all right,
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay, Sam's gonna go first.
So I'm slacking, guys. I haven't been watching a lot of movies. I just started a new job, so
Hey.
so I've seen Pain Hustlers. Reviews out. Yeah, it's just another one of those biopics that are just
Just whatever.
And then I have to continue with the theme today, which actually was my idea about the Batman. I watched one of the Batman animated films, Batman: Mystery of the Batwoman. Came out in 2003.
You say that like you don't contribute to ideas on this podcast. It's like, guys, that was my idea. Guys.
So, is
that it?
I'm a big that's it. Just two films.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the animated Batman movies and stuff like that. Some of them
too.
not bad, but like they're fun.
I agree.
Yep. Let's see. For me, I have seen 3 movies, so I got you by 1. Also, it's been like a week since Connor and I recorded. Less than a week since Connor and I recorded. But I watched La La Land, which I had never seen before and is absolutely phenomenal. One of my, I like a good movie musical. You know, obviously Tick Tick Boom is one of my favorite movies I've ever seen. So this one was just better, even better in my opinion.
Yeah, La La Land's great.
Yeah.
I saw Dumb Money, finally. Finally got to go rewatch that after the unfortunate. I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast, but the first time I went to go see Dumb Money.
Yeah, someone have a seizure or something?
Yeah, someone was having like a stroke or a seizure or something in my theater, and they had to like basically stop the showing and have an ambulance come. And this was like 10 minutes into the movie, and it was very, very sad. I hope that this dude is okay because it did not look good. But also was like 3 seats down from me when it happened, like in the same row, like 3 seats next to me, and I was just so like not about it anymore that I just left after all that happened.
That's very traumatic.
It was. I was not. I was like, and I'm not trying to like joke about it or anything. Like, it was very like, it was disturbing, and I was like, I'm not in the right headspace to sit down and watch a movie anymore. And then subsequently, the movie stopped showing like 2 days later, so I had to wait for it to come out on streaming to see it. But I finally saw it, and then I just saw as well The Killer with Michael Fassbender. Phenomenal. Sam, I know you like the Hitman games. watch The Killer. I know you're going to review it.
Yeah,
So
I'll watch it this weekend.
it is like the quintessential like what a hitman movie should be. It's phenomenal.
All right. So for me, I got you beat Aaron by 1. I only watched 4 movies this
Oh,
week,
2, 3, 4.
Whoa, boy.
and 3 of them were yesterday.
Jesus
So-
Christ.
I saw Priscilla. That was very good. Great performances. I also watched The Killer. Incredible. It's definitely going to be in my top 10 movies of the year. I got around to seeing Fair Play, the Netflix movie with Alden Ehrenreich and Phoebe Denever. That one made me feel very uncomfortable. So
Yeah, what do you think of Alden Ehrenreich in the movie?
he is so underrated. He
Yeah.
has
I
such
like
good
him, yeah.
charisma. Like, I don't know how
Yeah.
you guys felt about Solo. I really liked him in it.
I thought like I've been rooting for him as an actor since Solo because of everything that went on like in the background of that movie and like the bad reputation that he got from it. Although I thought his performance was fine enough. I mean, it's hard coming in and playing a legacy character like that.
He had the charisma there. He had the swagger.
Yeah.
And then, came back with Oppenheimer this year to
Phenomenal.
stole his scenes, even going up against like Robert Downey Jr. in all of his scenes. He was still like killing it. And then he was very good in Fair Play.
Good.
Probably like the worst side of a man, but played it well. And then my little palate cleanser from that was A Haunting in Venice, which
You saw
I got
it.
around to seeing. I thought it was okay. That was like decent. The falling effects in that movie are hilarious. Like when they just show like Michelle Yeoh falling out the window, or
Yeah.
like the mother getting put or dragged out off the roof. It just looks so funny just seeing a body just flailing as it goes down. Yeah. Yeah, but that was it. Those just 4.
Nice. Well, yeah, a little bit of just a little palate cleanser of a week, I guess. Yeah, we just had a little simple week of movies, but now it's time to do the movie grid. Connor's already on the ball.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
Ooh.
So, please describe to us what we're looking at.
Okay, so our columns for today are Kate Hudson, one-word titles, and released from 2010 to 2023. Our rows are Daniel Craig, Matthew McConaughey, and Anne Hathaway.
So, if you've never played Movie Grid before, it's a 3x3 box
It's a grid.
with 9 spaces in it. It is a grid. And you have to match the box that has like the corresponding column and row. For example, the first box here is Daniel Craig and Kate Hudson. So you have to find a movie that has both Daniel Craig and Kate Hudson in it.
And that's what I was thinking too.
And Connor is typing in Glass Onion as we speak.
Yeah.
And you would guess that. And then it tells you if that's the one, if that's a correct answer or not.
Which it was, 100%.
Yes. Yes, and it'll also give you a percentage of players that matched that guess. So for some will be 100% because it's the only movie that applies. If you can find movies that are like lesser on the scale, you can get like low percent. I think last week we had like a 0.6%. I think Sam contributed a nice 0.6%.
Yes, I contributed to this podcast again. Let's go.
Anyways, all right, let's do it.
Okay.
Spectre.
I was thinking Spectre too for one-word
Yeah.
answer.
Hell yeah.
Yep,
Let's do it.
yep.
We're going to do Spectre. Put it on the board. 31%.
31%.
Not bad.
Not bad.
And I'm going to go deep cut to finish out Daniel Craig for 2010 to 2023. Cowboys versus Aliens.
Knives Out.
2%.
Look at that. All right, Daniel Craig is done.
Daniel
I
Craig.
was- All right, Matthew McConaughey. I don't know any Kate Hudson movies, so you guys are gonna have to carry the Kate Hudson column.
I know.
Off the top of my head, I can think of two. Yeah, it was How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah, that's it.
And then
that's
there's
it.
Fool's Gold that they were both in.
Got it.
I'm gonna go Fool's Gold just because I think
How do you know that?
my mom watches a bunch of rom-coms, so I'll just like every Saturday night I'll just walk by and I'm like, oh, you're watching Love Actually? I'll watch for a bit. 22%.
Cool.
All right, Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. One
We
word.
could go for the obvious
title.
obvious answer,
Yeah.
but let's not go to the
Interstellar.
obvious. Yeah, but let's see if there's. I don't really
I'm trying to think of
because
McConaughey
they're
films.
all multiple word. Oh wait, wasn't that? Shit.
Oh, the wheels are turning.
I've seen
The gears are spinning.
It came out like 10 years ago. I only remember it because I saw a shit ton of trailers for it.
Can you describe
What?
it?
Describe it.
It was like these hillbillies or something, like not hillbillies, but like like it's southern.
Southern.
It's like an indie film.
The only thing that comes to my mind is We're the Millers.
Well, no, I was thinking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think it's 3 he's in.
Oh God, when was that released?
Like 80s or 90s.
Oh,
yeah.
Mud. That was the name of the
Mud.
movie.
Mud?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Do we do it or do we hold off?
No, let's do it.
All right, Sam.
Let's do it.
Oh, 20.
25?
Okay, that's the
I'm shocked.
It was probably
I'm
75% Interstellar then.
Interstellar. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
All right.
Released from 2010 to 2023.
Do we go obvious Magic Mike?
Oh, that's a
We
good
could.
one.
We could.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that came
yes,
out
do
in-
Magic Mike.
Because I know Wolf of Wall Street's gonna be up there. Interstellar's gonna be up there.
Magic Mike. 5%.
5%. Nice
There you go.
pick.
When you give
All
us
right,
a
Anne Hathaway.
nice big range. I think it's another one my mom watched that I peeked in on, Bride War or Bride's War.
No.
Hold on.
Bride Wars.
Is it Bride Wars?
There's Bride
Yes,
Wars.
Bride Wars.
Okay.
That word doesn't even look like it's a real word anymore. Bride.
Mm.
Isn't that weird?
Oh.
100%.
Was Love and Other Drugs released from 2010 to 2023? I think so.
You want to do that one?
I'm like second guessing myself now.
No, it was definitely released in this range. But like,
Yeah,
I-
I think that would be a good one for that. Because I have a feeling like Dark Knight Rises or stuff like that are going to be pretty high on the list.
Interstellar's gonna be high. Dark Knight's gonna be high.
Yeah.
one word Anne Hathaway movie. Oh, what about Ocean's 8? Do you think that would be high up there
Ooh. 'Cause she
for
was in that.
2010?
Ooh,
Because I'm pretty sure that was.
No, that would not be high up there.
Or Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Yeah, I
Les
can't say
Mis.
that word.
don't have a stroke.
Which do we think is lower?
I honestly think Connor's yours.
Oh, Ocean's 8.
I forget what it was.
Yeah,
Ocean's 8.
I forgot to.
Ocean's 8.
Ah,
21. Really?
all right.
shocked.
One word answer.
I honestly don't know a single
Didn't
one
she
word.
do one with Robert De Niro?
Oh, the was
Is it? It's like the something, right?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not The Internship because that's Owen Wilson and
Is it just the intern then?
oh my god, is that even a movie? The Intern. It is.
Is it
The Intern is, yes, that's a great pick.
Is
Yep. I've seen that movie. Yeah, 100%.
There we go.
31?
We have
It's a good
done it.
pick.
Okay, so are the most popular guesses for each one: Kate Hudson, Daniel Craig, Glass Onion. Daniel Craig, one word answer was Skyfall, and from 2010 to 2023 was Knives Out. McConaughey and Kate Hudson was How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Hold on. 77%. Okay, never mind. I got these two numbers mixed up. I was like, how is it 77 when this is 25? But never mind.
I just want to point out real quick. I just did it. Love and Other Drugs, 5%.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're still in the top 6%.
I honestly,
What did that came out between 2010 and stuff?
it did. I believe it was.
probably
Let's
like
see. It was
2011.
2010.
Oh, it was 2010.
It was
Okay.
exactly 20. That's why I was nervous. I was like, I don't know. I didn't know if it was a little bit earlier or not.
So How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days for McConaughey and Hudson. McConaughey, one word was Interstellar, and
Of course.
between 2010 and 2023 was Dallas Buyers Club. And for Anne Hathaway, Bride Wars, 100%. The Intern, for her one word, 31%. And then, as we guessed, The Dark Knight Rises for between 2010 and 2023.
Sam, what was your? Didn't you have an Anne Hathaway guess as well?
For
It was between Ocean's 8 and something else, and we went with Ocean's 8. What else did you say? I don't even remember.
Look her up real quick.
I don't remember. Anyways, I wanted to
It's
see.
okay.
what they were
The
in
one
comparison.
Les Miserables.
Oh, Les Miserables. Les Miserables. Yep.
I want to see
let
how
me
good
see.
that one was.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I spelled movie wrong when I tried to type in the
Les Miserables, 23%.
Okay.
So it was a little bit higher.
I wasn't the worst guess then.
That honor goes to Sam again.
Way to contribute, Sam.
Let's go. I'm on a roll today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you are. All right, so before we get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, we gotta talk a little bit about something that happened. You know, obviously this week,
Did something happen?
big news in the industry. The strikes are over, ladies and gentlemen. They're everyone round of applause. Woo, yay. The strikes are over. SAG-AFTRA and the AMPTP finally came to an agreement. It was passed by the full head committee, I guess, on Friday, and is going to a vote on someday, one of these days, to the whole guild. But the good news is that they came up with a deal.
See a little distracted, Aaron.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get into this meat and potatoes.
Yeah, maybe we should.
If you want to hear more details about the strikes, Aaron has his
I
article.
did write an article on it.
And if I were to want to read that article, where could I find it?
Oh, you can find that at www.pressplaymag.com. Our website, our wonderful website. You can see it right on the homepage. It'll be right there at the above the fold in our featured articles. Go check it out.
Yes, do that.
So before Sam's Audacity disk space dies on us,
Before it boots him out.
let's do a little fan casting. So we've got 45 minutes to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy! All right, so let's do this.
Okay.
So what we did basically is we have 13 characters, which sounds like a lot.
We
but
have barely
we've
scratched
got,
the
you know,
surface in Batman
real,
lore.
honestly. So we're going to be talking about Batman, Robin, Alfred, Catwoman, Joker, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Bane, Riddler, Two-Face, Poison Ivy, Commissioner Gordon, and Harley Quinn. So basically the main heroes main supporting cast, and iconic villains is what we've kind of gone for. So we're kind of gonna run it down, talk about each of our picks, maybe come up with like which of our picks is the best kind of thing. All right. Do we want to just start it right off and just get Batman right out of the way?
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, we have to.
Okay. All right, Sam, since you were the last one to fill in a Batman, panicking right before we started recording, like I didn't get Batman. Why don't you give us your Batman?
All right, so my Batman, this guy's middle-aged, so it's not like young like Robert Pattinson, or old like Ben Affleck. But I have
Cooked them. Just cooked them.
whatever.
Ben Affleck caught a stray.
I have Wes Bentley as my Batman.
Okay.
Who?
Wes Bentley.
I know him from American Horror Story Hotel.
Yes.
So
okay. He was in Interstellar. He was in Hunger Games. He was the game maker in the first game.
Yes.
Hunger Games. And yeah, I was actually looking it up, and he was actually one of the picks for Nolan's Batman because of how well he did in Interstellar.
He has that look to him
Interesting.
too.
So
Yeah, he does. Kind of like it's like that Kevin Conroy look. It reminds me of Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Like he looks like if you were to put him in like the Keaton Batmans, where it's more of that like kind of dark gothic vibe. He feels like he fits in.
Although also I know he doesn't talk like this, but he just when you look him up, the image of him with a beard, for some reason it makes me think he talks like, "Oh, hello guys, how's it going? My name's Wes Bentley, and
he's got to work on his Batman accent.
hey Batman."
Anyways, Aaron, what do you got?
Okay. I've got two picks.
Of course.
Christ.
Of course. I've got two picks for only a couple.
A couple.
Only a couple. So my lesser pick, I wanted to go with someone who has star power, who's kind of got that gritty look to him, who can play kind of like an anti-hero sort of role, and that's Tom Hardy,
Okay.
who famously played Bane already in the Batman universe for Chris Nolan's Batman. But I think you can turn him around and spin him as Batman. When it comes to more of like the charismatic, like Bruce Wayne type, who can also kind of get down and gritty, my top pick, Andrew Garfield.
Really
I think he could do it 100%.
interesting.
Yeah. He's definitely oozes Bruce Wayne. And he's proven in some of his movies that he can play more like gritty type characters. I mean, he was in Silence, which is like a very intense film, and he was in obviously Hacksaw Ridge, where he wasn't he was a soldier, but he wasn't like your typical soldier. I don't know. I think he could do it.
I want his signature Batman walk to be the walk he did in The Social Network. You know the one.
Mark,
Is he wired in? What? Is he wired in?
he's wired in now.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
So my pick, because I'm trying to keep in mind too, this is going to be in the same universe where we now have David Cornsweet as Superman.
Corn and Sweat.
Yeah, that's his name.
His Corenswit.
Oh, is that how you say it?
I think so. It's not corn and sweat.
Hold on. Corn and well, that's how it's spelled.
No, there's only one N.
Oh,
yeah, you're saying corn
And-
and sweat.
I am so sorry. Cornsweet.
David Corn and Sweat.
Anywho, so he's 6'4". So I wanted my Batman to also be tall. So my pick is Oliver Jackson Cohen. Now you guys might not know him because he hasn't been in a ton of movies. He's been in The Invisible Man with that was in 2020.
Okay.
He was in Emily, but I know him most for being in The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor. He's also 6'3", which is why
Yeah, he's massive.
yeah. Yeah, I think he could pull that off. And he's in the age range I was also casting in. He's 37, so he's on the younger side.
Okay. I like it.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. We're gonna do Robin now. So I'll kick it off. I've got two choices as well for this one,
Okay.
but each one goes kind of in a different direction. So my first pick is someone who's in the spotlight already. Just had a big movie come out, so he's already got that power. Can kick ass. Has a young leading star, and that's Zolo Maraduena.
Okay.
You look like you were gonna say something.
He's already in the universe, though.
I'm casting my picks for Batman.
Okay.
Who's he in the universe?
Blue Beetle.
He's Blue Beetle.
Oh well, yeah, I guess. I'm just
You
going
said
with
that. You were like, oh, he's already
did.
led a movie this year, and you didn't know which movie it was.
I forgot that Blue Beetle was DC.
You idiot.
Look, dude, I'm just going like if I were to just take Batman and remove it from its own thing, remove it from the universe and just cast a Batman movie, that's who I'm picking as like kind of more a kick-assy type. As far as like a Robin that's I don't want to say like more faithful to the comics, but like a little bit more on that awkward side, but can also play in action movies and has done it in the past. Asa Butterfield. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Ender's Game.
Ender's
He
Game,
was in Ender's Game.
Sex
He's a
Education.
really great actor. Has a lot of talent. Has that awkwardness that I think you could channel like a young Robin to, but also like has been in action that you could. Connor's making a face at me.
I don't like your pick. That's the face.
All right, fair enough. I think Zolo Maraduena is my better pick.
Yeah, and even that's a bad pick because he's already fucking superhero.
No, absolutely not. I refuse. All right, go. Someone else take it.
I'll go next because I have. So there's been multiple Robins, and they've kind of branched off to become their own characters. So I have like my Damian Wayne Robin, the younger one, and I also have a Nightwing as well, like the first Robin. So my Nightwing is Tanner Buchanan. He was one of the leads in Cobra Kai. So he already has the action down, do karate.
Okay.
And my Robin is Jacob Tremblay. Cause
I know who that is.
yeah, he was basically the cute kid in every movie from like I don't even know when. But he
Ever.
he's voiced Robin in some of the animated movies. I think in Harley Quinn as well. So and he's 17 now. I think I can make that work. My Batman's 37. So that's my pick. Those are my picks for Robins.
Cool.
Yeah,
All
Sam.
right. All right, I got certain fellow that is already playing an animated superhero, and my pick is Stephen Yeun.
Okay.
Interesting.
So he's doing a great job in Invincible. Obviously he's mostly known for Glenn in Walking Dead, but yeah, I think he would do great as a Robin. He's a little older on the older side, but I don't think I wasn't
my
really.
Batman.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah.
We got old in the old people in the house.
Yep.
Wait, Sam, who was your Batman? I already
Wes
forgot.
Bentley.
Oh, Wes Bentley. Okay. Interesting.
Interesting pick. All right, let's move on to Alfred. Now, Alfred needs to be kind of an older character, more charismatic, wise kind of character. Connor, kick us off. You haven't kicked us off yet,
Yeah.
so now it's your turn.
All right. So my pick is Jason Isaacs.
Okay, I like that pick.
Yeah, it's been in a bunch of the Harry Potters. One of the things that I think we haven't seen a lot of in Alfred is that he, in the comics, has had instances where he can fuck dudes up, be very physical,
Interesting.
and like
Yeah.
whoop Superman. I want someone who I think has like the sweeter, more nurturing side for my Batman, while also being able to like knock dudes out. I think he could do that. Plus, he's got a great voice as well.
Yep. All right, I've got another 2 picks. But I promise I'm getting to the end of my double picks. So both of them, I like what you said about being able to challenge Batman physically and whoop some ass. I went in the direction where my picks can challenge him intellectually on both. So my first pick, and just because I love him and I got to put him in the movie somewhere, but I think it fits, is Oliver Platt. I think he could play a little bit younger of an Alfred in all things considered, but he oozes that ability to challenge someone intellectually, but also be very caring and very wise. But my top pick, I think, more star power here, Anthony Hopkins, coming off probably some of the best stretch in his career. You know, obviously much older, but can be kind of that, has been in the past a very imposing character intellectually. He can do it.
No, it's funny when you said Oliver Platt. I can only think of him in The Bear, and if like your Batman just says something, he's like, "What the fuck you just say?" Oh, he thinks
Yeah, literally.
I'm gonna sit here and sweep. Fuck you. No.
I mean, also was in he was a doctor in Chicago Med for so long as well. And you know, he's just been in a lot of stuff. I love him. He's got that essence to it. So I like Oliver Platt in that role. I think I put him in 12 Angry Men as well, so
I think he's
going to continue to place him in my movies. It was a partnership here.
All right, Sam, let her rip.
All right, I think I have a really good pick. Again, I'm just so my Alfred is gonna be the older, wiser one. I have Forrest Whitaker.
Ooh,
okay.
interesting. I like it. Mr. Lazy Eye.
Yep.
I like it.
I think he's good. He would do great as as holding down the Batcave and
Yeah.
like they do like
Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera. So yeah.
It's a good pick. I like it. All right, let's move to Catwoman. Sam, kick us off.
All right, Catwoman. I wanted to go for a younger, not really younger, pick, but I have Allison Brie.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Interesting. Yeah.
You're good. What was the movie I saw her in? I think it was like Sleeping with Other People. She's very good at. I think she's very funny. I'll go next. My
go
Oh,
pick was Felicity Jones.
Interesting.
See, I was
One.
thinking about that one too.
Yeah, well, because in
Yeah, that's a
The
good
Amazing
pick.
Spider-Man 2, she was supposed to be Black Cat. But we all know what happened with The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So that never happened. So I'm going to give her the opportunity to become a cat person again.
There you go.
Plus, her and Oliver Jackson Cohen, she's like a couple years older, but everything has been based around my Batman. So I think she's a good pick for him.
All right, so my pick, I kind of went the direction of like historically an actress historically known for being more in like not in action movies, much the same way that Anne Hathaway was when she was cast as Catwoman. But I'm going with Emma Stone.
Okay.
Okay. See, that was
And
again, that was one of my other picks for Catwoman.
yeah, I think she could. I mean, she's got the talent, and she's been in a wide range of movies. You know, from Spider-Man to your rom-coms to other films in between. I think she could do it. I think you
I
give
think
her
so.
a chance, much like you do with Anne Hathaway, and you give her a chance.
Yeah, I was thinking about her, but I think she's a bit too high profile for my Catwoman. At the very least.
Fair enough.
I mean, as long as she doesn't fall off the clock tower, I mean,
Well, and that's the other thing too. I only see her as Gwen Stacy because she
Yeah.
was so good in that role. But no, it's a good pick.
Sweet. All right, let's move on to Joker. And now I don't have any more. Actually, I do have one more double pick later down the line, but I'm mostly done with my double picks. All right, I'll start though. For Joker, I've got one pick,
Okay, I feel like we might
and I wasn't sure.
be the
Oh.
same.
Interesting. All right. I wasn't sure. I was initially going to put this guy in a different spot, but I decided after thinking about it a little bit, I wanted to put him here. And that's Will Poulter.
Okay,
okay,
I can see
really,
it.
okay.
Will Poulter. Yeah, I think he could definitely do it. He's kind of got that look to him.
He reminds me of Cameron Monaghan.
Yes, that's exactly
Yeah.
what the essence was of it.
He was Joker in Gotham. So
Yep,
yeah, I
see
could
that.
see that. Even though he is maybe too built to be Joker.
I don't think that's a bad thing though, because Joker is kind of like he's crazy. It tracks that he could also be crazy and like
ripped.
have the ability to kick some ass.
I'll go next. I had one pick, Bill Skarsgård. Mr.
a good pick.
Mr. Pennywise himself.
I mean, the guy's already played a clown.
Exactly. He can play the clown. I feel like he can get unhinged at the flip of a dime if you really wanted to.
Yep.
Flip of a dime.
I make my own
All right.
sayings.
Should put that on a shirt. I make my own sayings.
All right, so my pick, I did more of a popular, I guess, pick, and one that I think a lot of people would think and would recommend this guy, but I had Willem Dafoe.
Knew it.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting.
His face literally looks like the Joker almost.
fucking crazy, man.
You know, I'm something of a villain myself, Batman.
So,
Yep, I can see it.
but
Joker's on sabbatical.
I mean, he did great as the dual personality of Green Goblin. So I mean,
I see that. All right.
Cool. All right, let's move to the Penguin then.
Okie dokie. I think I'm kicking us off on this one.
Yes, you are.
This one was hard because there's the two iconic penguins in my mind are Danny DeVito and Colin Farrell. So I wanted to try to find a place in between. So I went Toby Jones.
I see again. That was another one that I was thinking about.
He's got like the stature, he's shorter, but he's also like a phenomenal actor. Where I think
Yeah.
he can I think the whole thing with him is he can channel like that aspect of like the DeVito penguin where it's like, oh, you don't think I'm like fucking serious? I will like blow your head off. So yeah, Toby Jones is my pick.
I like that. All right, I will go next. I've got one pick as well. Kind of the same vein as a Toby Jones kind of pick. I went with Bill Camp.
Okay.
If you don't know Bill Camp, he's been in a lot of stuff. Anywhere from he was just in The Burial and Sound of Freedom this year. He's known for 12 Years a Slave, Lincoln, The Queen's Gambit. He's played a wide range of characters, but he's got that essence of him. Like, one, you need someone that can run a mob ring, basically, be a mob leader, because that's really what Penguin is. But also, kind of dip into that like crazy side that Danny DeVito was. I think he could do it.
All right, I got another previous villain. I had Alfred Molina.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So I think I was more towards like the not the funny,
The Danny DeVito
more
side.
like the
Hello.
Danny DeVito side. Yeah.
That's a great pick.
Nice.
I would say.
I like it. All right. On my list, I'm just running down my list. We're on to the meme.
Oh god.
It's Mr. Freeze.
I thought we were gonna save that to the
Do
end.
we want to save that for the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's save that for the end. All right, let's go to Bane then.
Okay, he was next.
That's next on my list. Sam, you're
All
kicking us
right,
off here.
sounds good. I was really trying to go for like a good voice actor for Bane.
Interesting.
So I was more focused on voice. If another person wants to play play him, then yeah. I had James Earl Jones
Interesting.
because
The
I
voice of
think he
Bane.
would have the great voice of Bane. Again, I was more looking at like.
We just CGI in Bane.
So not
later,
only
don't worry.
CGI, but like more of like the Batman and Robin Bane or the animated Bane,
Yeah.
like not the Dark Knight Rises Bane that only has the freaking metal thing on
right.
his mouth. But
Like Venom. Baby.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Who you got, Aaron?
Okay, I'll go. So I went more so like I wanted someone who was physically imposing, and not necessarily as like intelligent as I not to discredit this person's intelligence or their ability to play intelligent people, but I wanted someone who was really focused on like being that physically imposing
brute.
force that Bane is, right? The brute. Nathan Jones is my pick. Now, if you don't know Nathan Jones, he's primarily a WWE. He's a wrestler, a pro wrestler, and a powerlifter.
Oh my.
But he has been in a lot of movies. He was in Troy as one of the people that Brad Pitt killed. Was Rictus Erectus in Mad Max Fury Road. He's been in Hobbs and Shaw and Mortal Kombat. He's been in a lot of movies, and he's just a giant.
He is
He's
6'11",
massive.
345. That
Yeah, he's huge, and that's what I want in my Bane. I want a guy who's literally you're gonna see him on screen and be like, "Holy shit!"
So how about Nathan Jones with the voice of James Earl Jones?
There you
See,
go.
I think that's the way you go. You get like
Yeah.
your massive individual and then add in his voice.
I almost went with also reprising his role as Rictus Erectus in Furiosa coming out in next year, so he's still working. I almost went with the Mountain.
Yeah.
Hafthor Bjornsson. I was like, man, that would be a great fit, but I decided.
Could
to go
you
a different
imagine if it was like Eddie Hall? I don't know how big you guys are into like bodybuilding or strongman, but like Eddie Hall he's only 6'3", but like compared to the Mountain, who he's always going up with, he is so small. He's a
insane.
fire hydrant though.
Yeah.
My pick, I kind of went more your route, Aaron. I wanted someone who could just be physically imposing. I went Florian Montagu. He played
Sure, I know who that is.
Victor Drago in Creed 2. He was in Shang-Chi as the guy with the
yes.
sword hand. Yeah, just
Yep.
physically imposing.
Massive. Dude.
Yeah, you can obviously change his voice if you would like, but I think he's got staying power.
I don't even think Bane has to be someone that really talks. To be
Exactly.
honest, in a movie with so many villains, like having this dude as just like a crazed brute.
Well, because I think in a lot of, at least in some of the movies I've seen, he's always someone's muscle. Like maybe he's Poison Ivy's muscle or like Two-Face's muscle. So yeah, in that world, he's more just of someone's brawn and to someone else's brain.
Yep. All right. Next on my list, I've got Riddler, and I believe I'm kicking this one off. So the vibe I wanted to go with was not like Jim Carrey type Riddler, where it is very like eccentric like I'm a villain, look at me, I'm the Riddler kind of thing. I wanted to go more like what Paul Dano was, where it's very like
Serial
this
killer.
guy's just he looks like a normal dude.
But he's a nuisance.
But yeah, on like he's actually a villain, but really he just looks like a normal dude. Does not look like he could be a villain at all, but he's actually like the serial killer type dude. And I'm going with Paul Giamatti as my pick
Paul Giamatti.
because he's very much like I'm just a normal guy. I'm just a normal dude, but holy shit, look at me. I'm this secret villain. Now I don't know if that's the right vibe, but that's the one I went with.
I don't know if I get that vibe from Paul Giamatti.
I thought about putting
That's the point though. That's the point is you're not supposed to get that.
I was
vibe.
gonna put Paul Giamatti for my penguin.
I'll put it like this. I do have Paul Giamatti somewhere else.
Uh-oh.
Kabish. All right,
Batman.
Connor.
I hope I don't mispronounce another name here, but my Riddler, I am going to go more towards like a campier guy. So I'm taking a comedian, Richard Ayoade.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he was in Soul. He was in Bad Guys, The Bad Guys. I think probably most known, he's been in the show, The IT Crowd.
Okay.
I kind of do want someone a bit more on the campy side. And he's also kind of unassuming looking, in the same vein as, like, if you pass this guy in the street, you're not like, something's up with
Yeah,
him.
he just looks like a dude.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I also wanted to go towards more Jim Carrey, kind of crazy Riddler, and I actually had Matthew Lillard.
Yes, I love that.
That's
I,
Yeah, I love
I
that.
think he would do an excellent job at being the crazy Riddler.
Yeah. Just grab Stu Mocker.
Liver down.
Fucking hit me with a phone, dick.
Mom's gonna be so mad at me.
Dude, literally just pull him and scream, and then that's your Riddler.
That's why I picked him, is because of how he was in Scream.
Well, because then he's in Five Nights at Freddy's too, and not to spoil it, but
Yeah.
he does have more of an edge there. So like he can do both. He's
Sweet.
got it.
All right. Next on my list, I've got Two-Face.
Okay.
Connor, you can kick us off on this one.
So with my Two-Face, I wanted someone, who's got like looks like he could be a politician before everything goes to shit, as he is the district attorney before he gets acid in the face. And I tapped into the Skarsgård well once. I will do it again. This time I'm taking Alexander.
Okay.
Interesting.
Alexander Skarsgård.
So are you going to cast Stellan Skarsgård?
Tune in. No.
Find out.
Find
Keep
out
listening.
next time. No. I think he could be a very good Two-Face, especially because in seeing him in Infinity Pool, I think he can go crazy.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right, Sam.
All right.
What's your pick?
Well, my first pick, until I changed it.
Oh, he's got two picks.
No, I changed it.
Oh, until you changed it.
I was going to go with Gustav Skarsgård.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Nice.
Because how he was in like Vikings and stuff. But my overall pick, this guy is a animated actor, video game voice actor, and also a live action. I had Sam Witwer.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Good pick.
Yeah,
It's a good pick.
he's not. I mean, unless you really are a big fan of, actors, I guess, like, and you really dive into it, you won't really know who he is. He voiced Darth Maul. He in the animated Clone Wars. He played Starkiller in the games. He was in Supergirl as one of the main villains. So I think he could really do well with that dual personality.
It's interesting too. I'd be curious to see how it works with someone who's primarily, and you've kind of done this a little bit on your list, like someone who's primarily voice acting, coming in and working in live action. I mean, has has he been? He hasn't done much in live action, really.
Nope. He was in The Mist.
Okay.
He was Smallville. He was his main live action role was Ben Lockwood in Supergirl, like one of the big villains in there for
Interesting.
and then he was in what else? He was in Once Upon a Time.
Okay, so he's done a little bit of live action.
Yes, not too, but he's more mainly known for, the animated voicing Darth Maul and Starkiller in the game. So
interesting. All right, well, I will roll with my pick here. For Two-Face, I've got another. It's more star power, but
I thought you were
think
about
it
to say
fits.
more Skarsgård.
It's Stella. It's good. No. It's Michael B. Jordan.
Ooh, okay.
I'm surprised no one thought about that. But I mean, he is, if you watch Black Panther, you know he can be just a chilling villain. And chilling in the way that like he's very charismatic too. But also, on the same vein, he's a very charismatic actor who can play the hero and play like the type of district attorney character that Two-Face is, that Harvey Dent is. So I think he could do both really well. All right, let's move on to I've got Poison Ivy next on my list.
Cool.
all right, whose turn is it? Yours, Aaron?
Is it my turn?
Yeah, Sam went.
No, it's Sam's
Didn't
turn.
Sam just go first? No.
No, you
I
went
did.
first with Alex.
Yeah, so it is
my
Sam.
turn? Okay. I had Mia Goth as Poison Ivy.
Oh, Connor is so happy.
I also had Mia Goth somewhere else. I think we're
interesting.
starting to round it down. I think you can guess where she
Yeah.
is going to be.
Yes.
I wonder.
No, I think she. See, I was going between Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy with her. I think I personally like my pick for Harley Quinn a little bit better, but I think she would do well at that Poison Ivy role. You know, she is a villain, but like maybe she does turn into good, because I know in some of like the Batman games, like she's a villain throughout the entire game, then she turns good or does a good deed at the end. Mainly Batman, Arkham Knight, but
Interesting. All right, my pick. I went with someone a little bit older than that. My pick is Jessica Chastain.
Okay. I see it.
And mainly because she's got the looks to do it. She's got the charisma to do it. I don't know, just something about her just feels right in that role.
yeah, I can see that.
So that's why I did it.
No Uma Thurman.
No Uma Thurman.
No. My pick, Uma Thurman. No.
Connor's, yeah, I was going to say Connor's pick is Uma Thurman.
No, I went with Victoria Pedretti. She's in seasons 2 and 3 of You, which I think she's probably most known for, as well as being in The Haunting of Bly Manor Hill House with Oliver Jackson Cohen, which I think can lead to a bit more of an interesting dynamic between the two of them, as well as I think she can play like more of like in that Uma Thurman mode where she is just seducing everyone to do her bidding. I think she can really pull that off if she's getting what's his face to literally kill for her. Penn Badgley. So yeah, Victoria Pedretti is my pick.
Interesting. All right, let's move to Commissioner Gordon. And I believe I am first this time.
Commish.
And yes. So, Commissioner Gordon, I went with another Lincoln alum, another character actor.
Another
and someone
what?
that we also, Lincoln alum.
Oh, Lincoln.
'Cause I also
said
had,
Lincoln alum. I'm like, what?
Lincoln Log.
Another Lincoln log. And someone we actually had that Connor you had on your your 12 Angry Men recast. It's Michael Stuhlbarg.
Okay.
Great character actor. He's been in a lot of movies. He's played a lot of different kinds of characters, but I think he could do it.
I agree. He's got. I feel like he could play more of a tough cop, but still maintaining more of a sensitive side to him.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm next.
Yeah, you are. You are next.
It sucks because Jeffrey Wright was such a good pick for Matt Reeves's Gordon.
Yeah.
Again, like I think Commissioner Gordon has been something they've nailed every time, even in like the Snyderverse having J.K. Simmons as Gordon, even though they didn't really do much with him. So I just went with another really popular name for this role. I went Bryan Cranston.
Ooh, good pick.
He's voiced Gordon before, so he obviously he understands the character, and I think he has that kind of wisdom like that he can pass on to a younger Batman. Again, like how Jeffrey Wright is doing it with Pattinson.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Good
Thank
pick.
you.
All right. So I was looking more towards the, not like the sit back and white hair, white mustache kind of Gordon. I want him to be in the action. And one name came to mind when I was thinking that, and I had Kiefer Sutherland.
Ooh. Interesting.
Mainly because of his role as Jack Bauer in 24. That's what I kind of went towards. But yeah, I know he's a little bit older, obviously now, but
No, I think
it.
I think it's easier to bring the action back out of him than try to teach someone who hasn't had that
right.
to learn it, I guess.
Right. Nice. I like it. All right. So, second to last one, we've got Harley Quinn. Connor, you're up. I think
This
we
is
all know
very,
where this
very
pick is
fitting.
going.
It's my girl, Mia Goth.
Yeah.
Yes, if you see Pearl, you'll see that unhinged side. If you watch Infinity Pool that came out this year, it's even more on display. Somehow, she's even more unhinged, even more murderous, still hot as all hell while doing it. That's my pick, and I think her and Bill Skarsgård, yeah, good fucking luck.
Yeah, that's a good pairing. It's a good pairing. All right, Sam, you are up. We got cat.
So I picked somebody.
Sam's pick is his cat.
I picked an actress that had an amazing 2022 year and pretty damn good 2023 year right so far too. And I have Anya Taylor-Joy as Harley Quinn.
That's another
So,
popular name.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that.
I know she hasn't really made a lot of like crazy roles, but I think she could definitely pull it off because she's just wide variety. You know, she's in Super Mario Brothers and The Menu and Northman.
Notably crazy role.
Yeah,
Well,
so like it's like she's good with all of like different types of roles, I guess.
In
Yeah.
Last
Yep.
Night in Soho, she was, not to spoil it or give away the twist, but she ended up being the killer. So
Yeah. She could do it.
she can play more of like a villainous side.
Yep. All right, my pick. I was gonna go with Alexandra Shipp was my pick, but it's Mia Goth. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I can't not see
The
it.
first duplicate we've got.
The first change. It's gotta be. I mean, as soon as you said it, I was like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Thank you. I do
So,
like
Mia
Alexandra Shipp
Goth.
too, and that. But again, I don't know if she has that
Yeah.
craziness that we.
No,
we've seen
see, I
Mia
was-
Goth have.
Right. I think she could definitely do the action. She's got that charisma to be like, because what I was really going for was young, could play naive character, because that's what Harley Quinn is before Harley Quinn. And but the craziness of that character, Mia Goth has got that handled.
Well, we can always hope Lady Gaga is gonna do a better job, but
It's one of those ones too where it's just like Margot Robbie has really made that so popular. It's hard to move on from her, but
you try and just recapture that essence, but you can't do that. All right, and finally we've got the meme himself, Mr. Freeze. So I believe I am first. I've got 2 picks.
okay.
My last double pick. For the first one, it's a total meme. Total meme. But it's Chuck Norris.
Oh God. It's
Just for no
in
reason.
2023. We
Just
are
for
still doing Chuck Norris jokes.
But my legit pick is Steve Buscemi. It's gotta be. Just for the memes. Just imagine his voice like, hey, it's getting a little chilly in here, isn't it? Oh, man. All right, Sam, go ahead.
all right. So my meme pick is Danny Trejo.
Nice.
Machete himself. But my actual pick for Mr. Freeze.
Oh, you did an actual pick?
Oh, I did. I was Giancarlo Esposito
That's a good pick.
Very good pick.
for an actual Mr. Freeze pick.
To wrap it up, I had 2 picks as well. My meme pick was Danny DeVito.
Nice.
And my actual pick isn't much better because there is a caveat to it. It's Paul Giamatti, but
Oh,
he
yeah.
has to be the same character as he was in as Rhino. Just super Russian, face tattoos.
Oh, man. Let's go. All right.
4'10"
Well-
Mr. Freeze. 4'10" Mr. Freeze.
It's like he
Well-
comes out of the cryo chamber and the camera's panned up here, and then it's like, whoa, oh, there he is.
That's the joke. It's like
It's like, hey, what are you
it's
doing?
a full suit, but then the head's just halfway down.
He's like poke his eyes open, like, I can't see out of this thing.
Whoops! I dropped my freeze ray for my massive icicle. I don't know. No,
Nice. You tried. That's what counts.
No, I would put his face like just put it into the mask. Let someone else's body be the actual body.
Oh man! All right, let's wrap this episode up. I want to thank you for listening. This has been a fun episode. We've got a lot of good stuff coming up down the pipeline. So keep listening. If you like this podcast, subscribe, share it with your friends, leave us a rating on your favorite podcast platform. It really means a lot to us. So do that. You can check us out on Twitter and all of our socials at Filmbox Pod or at the Filmbox Podcast. They'll all be linked in the show notes. You can go check them out there. Also, check out our website, pressplaymag.com. We plugged it earlier, but we've got a lot of great articles. Not only movie articles, we've got sports and TV and video game articles. So we're pushing out content, and we love to do it. And you can check out our Letterboxd. We talk about it at the beginning of every show, what we've been watching. You can keep up to date every week as we watch movies. You can see what we watch, how we like them, even maybe a little bit of a small review on what we see. So check them out there. They'll all be linked in the show notes. But yeah, if you, I'm just glad you're listening. We put a lot of work into this podcast. So, it's your support helps. But yeah, we'll wrap this up, and this has been the Filmbox Podcast, and we will see you next time.
Got 8 minutes to spare.
Later, folks.
I'm running away, don't bother to Facebook message or call me. Cause I'm living life in airplane mode and everything is okay. I just wanna play for the day.